Ladies and gentlemen, hey, it's Jesse from the original Fast and the Furious, and you're listening to Granny Shifting, the Fast and Furious podcast.
Welcome to Granny Shifting. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Jason.
And this is minute 24 of the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift.
Speed minute.
Speed minute.
Here we go. All right. Neela gets out of her car. She says, hear that?
It's not right for the way I drive.
And the girl's like, well, that's because the way you drive is wrong. But it's subtitles because she's speaking in Japanese.
Right.
She says, I don't need a computer to tell me about my throttle response. Is it me or is her acting just not great?
I don't think it's great.
And it was just strange. Like, it sounded like she was reading lines and trying to put some, like, emotion behind it. It seemed weird.
Yeah, I agree. And I think part of it is her accent. Her accent, it catches me weird. It
seems fake almost.
Like, I love an Australian accent. It's like one of my favorite accents to listen to. But this doesn't quite...
Yeah, it seems like a fake accent. It doesn't sound Australian, does it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. What'd you guys think?
But what's interesting is she's talking in English. The other girl's talking in Japanese. But each one understands the other.
Yeah.
So the Japanese girl knows English. The Australian girl knows Japanese. Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's a guy with them too, and he's like, well, then we're done here. And they walk off.
They're obviously very focused on how the car interacts with the computer.
Why does she just show up and they're like, okay, what are we changing? She's like, something's wrong. And they're like, no, nothing's wrong. We're leaving.
Right. Well, she's like,
what kind of car show is this?
Well, basically, she doesn't want to hear about it from a computer. You know?
Yeah.
She wants them to like look at the engine.
She feels the car. So Sean walks up, says, you wouldn't have that problem with a V8. And
he doesn't even know the problem. She said, it's not right for the way I drive.
Yeah. He slips in between her and her car. So he's like real close to her. Walks around the front, looks in her engine bay.
Has to put his one hand up on the hood.
She said, all boys care about is who's got the biggest engine.
He says, I'm a guy. It's in my DNA.
And he knows the line's stupid because he's smirking.
Yeah, it is stupid.
This whole scene is so corny.
Yeah.
And he's like, so y'all race these things, huh? Referring to her wankle.
Cute little toys.
A wankle is...
referring to her wankle.
A wankle is a name for the rotary engine that Mazda chose to put in their RX-7s and RX-8s.
Wankle is just... People love saying it.
It's like
it's so much better than saying...
It's words that start with W. Give me another good one.
Wednesday.
Yeah, wrought iron.
What? Does it start with a W?
Yeah.
Oh.
See?
We're doing that. Writing.
All right. No, I use the...
Wrist.
Wow. Are we doing only silent W's?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Wrench. Oh, good. Way to bring
like
it
a
back.
wren, like a bird.
Yeah, wren. That was what I was looking for. Wren.
Not Ren Stevens from Even Stevens.
No,
the
that
Disney.
applies. Same word.
No, hers starts with an R.
Oh, never mind. It doesn't apply. All right, keep this going. We're trying to. You're slowing us up here, Ryan.
I'm sorry. Okay, so she's like kind of like making fun of him. She's like, "Oh, I almost didn't recognize you without your slippers on."
Like taking a shot at him, and he's like,
I'm thinking like, didn't everybody have slippers on?
He says, "Don't you mean wabaki?" And she's like, "Oh, he's funny.
Oh, he remembers."
So he said, "You're Neela, right?" He said, "You're a quick learner." Would he have ever known her name?
Well, if maybe she was involved in the class. I mean, he did spend a whole day at school, so maybe...
Is this the first we learn her name?
Yes.
Okay, so it didn't come up yet.
Right.
So he just paid attention.
Okay, so before, he had his hand up on the hood, looking down into the engine bay. And then she's like, you're a quick learner. And she goes in front of him. She goes between him and the car to put the hood down. You don't really get that till you get this view.
Wow.
And he's close.
I'm going to refrain from making comments. Screenshot this. Screenshot this. What do you guys think? Even the subtitle.
This is horrible.
So this is horrible. This is going to be a great
she's
TikTok.
Pretty close to him. She's probably trying to get him to smell her hair.
Can you play this 10 seconds again? I want to see if you could clip this and it could be just hilarious by itself. Not this. Pause. Get rid of the Wabaki part. All right, if you would clip it starting right after this. when she steps in front of him.
So
No.
she's coming in
So-
front of him. You're a quick learner. That's when she comes.
Maybe. I don't know.
What
Okay,
am I
maybe a
clipping?
stretch. Nah, we're
It's
not.
like a
There's just
2-second
that
part.
one screenshot is good. That's all you need.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so he wants to know more about her. He says, "Where are you from?" And she says, "I'm from here." And no, not where you live. Where you
Yeah,
come
that's always
from.
a weird question. Don't you kind of wonder that sometimes? Like you're talking. So where are you from? And they're like, oh, Lancaster. You're like, I just wanted to know your ethnicity because I'm genuinely curious sometimes.
Right, but you would never ask a white person
Yeah.
that.
Or yeah, okay.
But you could be like, you could ask a white person and be like, "Where are you from?" And they're like, "I'm from here." And you could ask the next white person, "Where are you from?" "Soviet Russia."
Yeah, that's true.
But like, if anybody is non-white,
Is it
we're
still
like,
Soviet?
No. Where? I don't know.
That's the most racist thing about a Russian thing you could think of at the time.
Like,
Okay.
we just want to know, like, what does it help to know where they're from? What difference does it make?
Well, I'd
'Cause
like
if
to.
you're oh, I love Cubans. They're my favorite sandwich.
No, well, I do like to have conversations about like, oh man, like, so how long did you live there? People, I feel uncomfortable doing this, but I am really actually curious a lot of times about people's like culture and like things that happen that they do differently than we do, things they find weird about our culture, how long they've been here, if they go back, if they have family, all that kind of stuff I find really interesting.
Interesting.
But it's, I feel like a little bit taboo. You got to kind of tiptoe around that right now because people don't want to feel like they're different. So if you like question them too much on it, can be weird.
So if you ask somebody,
I don't know what's correct.
Where are you from? And they say here, would you be like, okay, they don't want to talk about like
I'd
where
leave
they're
it go.
actually from.
Right.
You wouldn't be like, no. Like, I noticed your skin is darker than mine.
Right.
Like,
You have an accent.
yeah. Where do you
Think of
come
them
from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where or you go, well, where your parents from?
It's like Aziz Ansari. He's a Indian stand-up comedian. Actually, I don't know if he's Indian exactly, but people ask him like
brown.
where he's from, and he goes South Carolina.
Yeah. Aziz is good.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So she said, "Does it really matter where I'm from?"
Now.
And that's what I asked you. Does it
Yeah.
matter where they're from? But he's like, well, I just want to know, like, how long have you been here? Did you get here yesterday? How do you
Now-
know Japanese?
Right.
Stuff like that.
Now we get a shot of a guy standing with a bunch of females across the parking lot, and he's staring at this interaction.
He could be in the Japanese NSYNC.
So now, yeah, his hair done, leather jacket. Now, this is literally Vince in the house, Paul, and it's like the same scene, right? Where Vince is noticing Brian O'Connor is talking to Mia.
And
he's like, and he's got a girl in each arm, but he's like, what?
yeah, exactly.
And then he's like, that's, and he's like,
The thing is, all these other females have personalities. You ever wonder what's going on with all these other people's lives? We're only focused on these two people. What's going on with all these other people?
they could have their own movie, you think?
Yeah. Are there movies of these other people out there?
Is there tan, like half that shirt tan?
I don't think so. It's
That's
just
a weird shirt.
It's a low top. All right, so we see this guy that's like staring.
Han.
Yeah, Sung Kang.
We get a first shot of Han.
Yeah.
And he has a ball sack hanging from his neck.
I think it's a rabbit's foot. And it's hanging from this girl's phone, I think.
It's so weird to have a rabbit's foot connect to your phone. It's the
Look,
same
this
size
is
as
like
the
a
phone.
non-flip. This is a flip. This is a
It's
non-flip.
like a BlackBerry, probably.
Look, and this girl's smoking something.
Mm.
So these people don't seem like they're in high school.
No.
Whereas
they're
the
definitely
people
older.
that we've seen so far have been in high school.
You're right, and we know it.
Yeah.
'Cause we saw them in high school.
And
He gets up and he starts walking towards them.
he's like kind of smiling. I don't know. He's got a weird grin. I don't know.
Like kind of biting his bottom lip. All
Yeah.
right. Like you can, he's like, oh, let's see what we got here.
Right,
type of
right,
look,
right. But we know what's going to happen. I mean, we do, but you guys don't.
Hurry, finish the minute.
Thanks
Time's
for
up.
listening. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Jason.
Always remember.
Winning's winning.